Chat, what's up? New year, new camera? Wow, look who's here already. So many cool people. Let me know if the volume levels are okay. Also, my mic has a ton of like electrical interference that I have yet to fix because I had to do some grounding. So apologies for that. This music is feeling pretty loud. There we go. Where'd my chat window go? Oh, there you are. Who's here? Coops is here. Drew Doodle's here. Moxie Mog is here. Sage. Plamablong is here. Xilinx. Arian. Selena. Mildanner. Hydrogen. Wow. There are so many of you. Majestic. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Nice camera. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry that my... I probably should have used the green screen and put up something nice and pretty, but I just was feeling too lazy to set it up. Yeah, so... I don't know, maybe we can just hang out for a minute. I know, right? Every time Selena shows up, Selena's one of those people who like she like shows up in the chat and everybody goes nuts. Really trying to figure out. I honestly thought that I had like the perfect setup between my two monitors, and now I'm feeling doubtful about that. How's this? Nightfall is here too. Hey. Nightfall is a friend, a community member, and he is one of the judges. Excuse me while I reposition. Most of the gang is here. I was kind of hoping that that Scruffington would make it since he was also a judge this time. But I kind of started the stream with very, very little notice. So he might not make it, but that's okay. We will have to go on without him. This is the Smash Ultimate of YouTube contests. Root Road. That's Friendy, I think, right? I'm just going by your profile picture. I think that's Friendy, right? Hope so. Oh, does everybody like my new glasses? I got these big, goofy old man glasses. I can switch if you hate them. I can switch to another pair. It's okay. George Maturowski. I've been MIA for a bit with work and overtime, but I'm glad I can still make startup sounds. Am I right? Yeah, startup sounds. Let's go. Okay, yeah. So, how are the volume levels? Is everything okay? Can you guys hear me all right? How's this mic? This mic isn't really ideal for vocal stuff, but it's what I'm using right now. I do have a lot of keyboards back there. Can you see them? They're out of focus. There's 4 there, and then there's another one over on that side of the room. Not sure if you can see it. It's like in the windowsill. And then there's another one also there. It's got a bunch of stuff on top of it. It has like a moving blanket draped over it. If you think the background music is a little low, all right, I'll turn it up slightly. I just didn't want it to like drown me out. All right, I got an approval on the glasses, so I'm going to leave them. But in the event that they need to be changed, I have these as well. Different vibe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the stream goes. Might have to change for the stream. All right, so let's get to the reason that we're here. Anybody who may have missed it, or who doesn't know, or for anybody who just wants to hear me say it again. So I hosted a contest, and the contest was that composers and sound designers alike could create their own, startup jingle or sound or boot noise or whatever, anything in that general family. There was quite a bit of participation this time, which I'm really pleased with. Yeah, so sorry, I do this thing where like people say that I should read chat out loud when I'm reading it because otherwise it's dead air, and I keep doing that by accident. So sorry about that. They look quite good on you. Thank you. Keep them. You look like a tech company CEO. Thanks. First idea I thought when I saw the keyboards was a keyboard skateboard would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Elder Choso is here. All right, so yeah, this is the contest. A bunch of people made startup sounds like you would hear on maybe a PC booting or like a computer booting or a game console, that sort of thing. And so ultimately there are 3 winners. There's one grand winner who will win the entire plugin suite of Ultima DSP. And their entry will likely be used in promotional material. They still completely own the rights to their thing. We're just going to use it to like advertise the stuff that we made that we are giving to the winner for free. And there will be 2 runners up, and those runners up will each get 1 plugin of their choice from the Ultima DSP lineup. And their music, their entries might also be used for similar purposes. That said, it's really a toss-up because I don't want to, like, when I talk about like advertising, I mean like I know that, for example, like I wouldn't say that it used this plugin if it didn't. Just a fun thing. So yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. We have the big top winner. We've got the 2 runners up, and then we have honorable mentions. And we're gonna start with honorable mentions. If you don't win, do not take that as your entry not being good, because literally I feel like I say this every time, but this time especially we had a lot more participation than usual, and every single one was so good. Every single entry was like, it was so hard for me to pick. And then I know that it was hard for the other judges, and then we had to like figure out between us, you know. But yeah, so we are going to work our way up starting from honorable mentions. And if you're interested, whether you win or not, if you want to get some like private feedback about like more detail about what I thought about your submission, feel free to reach out to me and I would be happy to do that. Or if you want to like be an example for everybody else, I can give you feedback in your in the thread of your entry. Totally up to you. Excuse me. All right, so we will start with the honorable mentions. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And the first honorable mention is going to come from Nightfall, aka Nick Knight, who is, of course, one of our judges. I think Nightfall has been a judge on every contest so far. I kind of like having Nick as a kind of mainstay judge. I feel like it tethers him to this community, and I'm quite a fan of his. So anything to keep him involved. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and I will play a little soundbite from Nightfall himself.
Hello there, Sound Font Guy community, and all the other sound and music magicians out there. This is Nightfall. I had a ton of fun judging this one. I think this is the biggest contest we've had so far with the most entrants. I mean, granted, maybe that's because it's easier to make a jingle than an entire song, but still it was just amazing to see so many cool entrants. There were a lot of new faces, but also some surprising old faces, which really made me happy. And all the entrants were awesome. You're all so damn talented. So if you don't get mentioned here, don't be discouraged. It's just that there can only be 3 winners and 3 honorable mentions. But that doesn't mean that you're untalented or that your entry was bad. because we as a community appreciate everybody who entered and even gave us anything to judge. So anyway, for my honorable mention, I picked Selena. And the reason I picked her is because I just love what she did with the Famicom style. The thing about Selena is that she has her own style. You can instantly tell it's her who made it. And even with this short 6-second jingle, you can still kind of tell that it's her with a little melody at the end. What made me pick her specifically is that awesome little slide she did with the notes. I think that was so cool. Some other people did that too, but like the whole Famicom thing and the slide, and then she has that little crash at the end, like barely audible. It's so subtle, but it's so good. And then she has that beautiful little musical jingle at the end that makes it so authentic. It just sounds like something I've heard a billion times before that's like buried deep in recesses and memories of my mind. It sounds really like the startup of a video game of the time, or maybe even a console. And I think that's what makes it so good. It's really a shame we only get to pick one honorable mention, but Selena definitely deserves to be mentioned here. So yeah, thank you very much SFG for letting me judge, and of course to the rest of the community for trusting me and having me once more. And I hope I'll see you all in the next contest.
My bad. I didn't realize I was muted, but it's okay because I didn't say anything important. I really just said like thanks to Nick or something along those. I forget what I said. Little embarrassing, but that's okay. No, it's okay. I really was just like, yeah, I agree. That was, really well said. Whatever, something along those lines. I don't know. So yeah, this is really hard because chat is like all the way over my right shoulder here. I would love if it was a little bit closer. Nope. Now it's gone. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, it's gone again. Where is tech support? There we go. Okay. So, unfortunately, just double checking chat now. Simple and perfect Selena. Oh no, CB. Selena just got the first honorable mention from Nightfall. And we're about to do the second honorable mention. So there are 3 honorable mentions, and then there will be two runner-up winners, and then 1 grand winner. Yeah, but like, this is what we were saying before. I know this is really corny, but like, we're literally picking winners from a group of winners. It just, everything was so good. And I know that I have said that every single contest that we've had. It's always been true, but it's never been as true as it is this time. So anyway, our second honorable mention is from Scruffington, and I was kind of hoping he would be here for this. But I guess I guess he must just not be available right now. I did kind of start the stream with very little notice. So anyway, So Scruffington's honorable mention, or maybe we could do mine first. Should we do my honorable mention first, and maybe Scruffington will have a little bit more time to get here? What do you think? Interested in chat's thoughts. Should I just put chat up here by the camera so that it's like I'm always looking at you guys? I'm kind of thinking it might be a good idea to do my honorable mention first, just in case he's like 5 minutes behind. I was gonna do mine last. Not that it really matters. I don't know. I think it's just polite to let others go before you. But it's not polite to not show up, Scruffington. So guess what? I'm going ahead of you. So my honorable mention is someone whose work I am a big fan of, and I'm very much outspoken about this. But my honorable mention is Moximog. I'm a huge fan of their work. Pretty much everything they do knocks me on my butt. So I'm going to go ahead and play this entry. And hopefully I don't screw it up this time. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Yeah, huge fan of everything that Moximog does. I was very, so I had like, it took me a while, but I had to like narrow it down to like a handful that I really thought I had like 5 or 6 that I was like, these could all be my winner. And Moximog was one of them. That's why you got honorable mention. Ultimately, of course, you didn't get in the top 3, but I had to at bare minimum give you a mention. What I love about this entry is like, I saw someone else, Y2K Futurism, absolutely, Fruitiger Arrow, definitely that. I think that even beyond just the style of it, I think the execution is really superb. The sound design is fantastic, and I think that honestly, what pushed it over the edge from good to great, in my opinion, was that last little part that kind of sounds like, so you have this is how it looked in my mind. So you have, right, and the logo shows up, right? And then after the logo shows up, it disappears, or it gets like wiped off the screen or something. And then there's a little sound effect for it, like wiping off the screen. It kind of reminded me of like a cross between PS2 startup and PS3 startup, if they came out during the PS1 era. I know that doesn't really make much sense, but that's kind of how it felt to me. It was like the sound design style of PS2, PS3, but in like using how I would imagine it sounding if it was using retro tools. Yeah, really, really beautiful. Yeah, I'm not seeing Scruffington, so it's gonna be kind of cringe, honestly, if I have to introduce Scruffington's pick, because I mean, here's the thing: Scruffington's pick is also a really fantastic one. So I can happily talk about how good it is, but I really wish that Scruffington was here to say so himself. But I guess not. Well, all right. I guess I'll just do it. So Scruffington's pick, like I said, is another really amazing pick. No, Scruffington does not. He does not have a voice clip. We talked about We talked about the judges doing voice clips, but we didn't really come to that idea until very late in the judging stuff. Like, I mean, after we had already judged and decided, it was like sort of last minute. And then I also didn't really give any warning about starting this stream. So he maybe could have had more time if I was better prepared, but I'm a little bit impulsive in how I do this. So G-Star the First is here. Welcome. Yeah, Moxie Proteus startup is great. Okay, so I'm going to introduce Scruffington's pick now, which is a really, really good one. I mean, it's a great one. They're all great. But if you're being mentioned by name in this video, then that means that you're one of the 6 that stand out above all the others. So here it is, without any more suspense or drama. Well, a little bit more drama because Scruffington's not here. But yeah, so it's Sage with Overture, and I will just go right ahead and play that now, and I will not mute my mic because I might never come back. I mean, come on. Is that beautiful or what? I really love that one. I like how it feels like, I don't know what the word, it's like there's something kind of whimsical about it. It feels so fun. Like it has like the, I don't think it sounds like Wii or GameCube, but you know how GameCube and Wii have that kind of like fun feeling to the way that they start up their sound design and stuff. You know, it just feels like fun. That's what this one feels like to me. That's what Overture from Sage feels like to me. It just feels like fun. It feels like whatever I just booted on, I'm about to have a great time. My grandma and my kids can also play and have a good time, and we'll have a great time together. Yeah, it just feels great. Feels like something that'd be used in a cartoon or something. That's great. You know, it kind of sounds like you know, when you watch a show and at the end of a show, they do like I don't even know if they still do this. This is such a 90s thing. But at the end of a show, they would have like the logos for like the different companies, you know, like Touchstone, and all that kind of stuff. It kind of has a little bit of that feeling to it. A little bit. This one feels like a re-release of an old retro console like NES Classic or the Genesis. Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess Drew, maybe they do still do that. It's just that like now, since we're all watching things on streaming platforms, it just goes to the next episode. Yeah, Gracie Films type beat. Gracie Films. Is that the one that's like or am I thinking of something else? No, that's Gracie Films. So much like Studio Pixels. It was amazing. Yeah, I think so too. Dang, I wish Scruff was here. Sorry you missed it, buddy, but that's okay. Next time for sure. Maybe he'll show up later and we can all like dog him for being late. Or maybe if he doesn't make it to the stream, then afterwards we should all shame him in the Discord and not tell him why. I mean, jokingly, don't actually be mean to him. Just silly, in like a silly way, you know? Yeah, so, okay. So next, I guess it's going to be the first runner-up. The two runners-up they're not in any particular order. They're about equal in terms of like winning status or whatever. They're just, I just can't do two at the same time. So, Yeah, like you can shame him, but shame him in like a playful, loving way so that he knows that you're kidding. Don't hurt his feelings. Sorry, Mildenner, would you like to review mine? I submitted. Yeah, I would happily review yours. I can do it privately, or I can do it on the thread in the Discord channel. It's up to you. Some people like to have their things reviewed publicly so that other people can learn from it. But you're absolutely under no obligation or any pressure to do that. So yeah, the first runner-up. Are we ready for this? Should we take a break? Maybe we should take a small break. Maybe let's just sit and chat for a minute before we get to the winners. I gotta grease this this boom arm here. It's in terrible shape. Scruff roast contest. Yeah, that's the next contest, and he doesn't get to judge. You know English well. I think it's American person. Who, me? Me? I am American. No break. Don't keep me in suspense. Okay. Wait, Milden, are you talking about me? Now I'm confused. Did you think that I was from another country? If you've interacted with me on YouTube in another language or something in the comments section, I do speak Spanish. Yeah, bilingual reveal. SFG is an American. He's Philadelphian. Oh, geez. Go Birds. I'm not really a football fan, but I don't, yeah. Philadelphian. I'm not a proper Philadelphian. I didn't grow up in the city. I grew up in like a really like tiny, small town, 3/4 of a square mile where everybody knows each other. I tried downloading your sound font and there's no download in Ko-fi. Which one did you try to, sorry, I can help you with tech support stuff later. Portuguese. Oh, Portuguese is cool. I know a very small amount of Portuguese. And yes, a little bit of German. My German's not very good. It's more like when I hear German or read it, I can understand it. But when I have to find the words to respond, I can't. I mean, it's not that I can't. I just really struggle because I grew up with like German around me, but I never like actually very rarely actually spoke it out loud. I just heard it spoken. Wow, another BR. Welcome. I love Brazilians. You guys are great. The passion, listen, I used to play a lot of like Korean MMORPGs back in the day, and I was like that weird nerdy kid in school that didn't have a lot of friends, and all of my friends online were Brazilians. So I know how to read Brazilian Portuguese. But I can't actually speak it because it was mostly, back then we were all just typing to each other. Anyway, I'm totally getting off topic. So let's get to the first runner-up. The first runner-up is none other than... Wait, is everybody feeling ready for this? Are we ready to move on to the next bit here? Is this okay? I'll wait until I get the okay. Say SFG in chat if you're ready. It's cool, I'll wait. SFG is my goat for making MMO friends. Yeah, of course. Let's go. I wish I could have submitted. Next time, there will definitely be more. You tease. Let's go. All right, okay, all right. Sorry. Okay. So the first runner-up is Shiver Thermal with Imaginary Console Startup. This is another 8-bit one. That still says Sage Overture. Why did anybody tell me that Sage's name was still on screen? free airtime. I hope that was hope that's okay. All right, I'm going to play the entry now. Aren't I? Yes, of course I am. Yes. It's very short, I know. But for some reason, part of it was the description, that it was a that it was like a Famicom Disk System like expansion for the Sega Master System. And I think that on its own, it's a very, like, of course it's a very simple 8-bit thing. But it's one of those things where you listen to it and you can see the graphics of the Master System doing some kind of thing in your mind's eye, you know? Yeah, definitely opening logo, screen drawing, like Drew Doodle said. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely loved this one. And so here's the thing. These were the only, Shiver Thermal and Selena were the only two that submitted 8-bit style jingles. And it was extremely difficult to decide between them, especially because the judges and we all kind of, we had a hard time deciding. It's hard for me to really get into the details of why it was difficult, but it was difficult. There's a lot of like nitpicking, just to make sure that we were really giving the best. Yeah. So congratulations to Shiver Thermal, for first runner up and winner of a code to download for free any plugin from the Ultima DSP lineup. That's right. Which also translates to anything on my itch page, Sound One Guy itch page. It's the same stuff. How we doing? How's everyone doing? Take care, yous all. Oh, bye, Selena. Okay. So that is runner-up number 1. Runner-up. So, okay. The runner-up for number 2 and the winner and like the number 1 winner, they were so close. It was so close. It was, again, as has often been the case throughout this contest, it was nearly impossible. Everyone has opinions. Selena's is better than Shiver Thermal. It's not, okay, so here's the thing. It's not a question necessarily of just like which one was better. Like it's not that simple. Like the criteria isn't that simple. A lot of it is about like more nitty gritty, like splitting hairs types of details. Yeah, it's very difficult. Elazid, how old are you? I just turned 35 last week. 35. Yep. Which one fits more? Yeah, that's part of it. I mean, it's tough to say because it's like any of these could fit. Yeah, it's just it's hard for. I really should make a better effort to sit down and write down all of the individual details so that I can give people more explanation. But again, if you're interested in an explanation about yours, then by all means reach out and I'll tell you what I thought of it. Even if you're a winner or an honorable mention, I'm happy to like give you my personal feedback about it. And I'm sure that the other judges would be happy to do that too. Although we can't ask Scruffington because he's not here. So, all right. So now we're going to get to the second runner-up. The reason that this was hard to judge between the second runner-up and the number 1 winner is because the vibe of them is very similar. So yeah, similar vibe. similar execution, but just different enough to, to make a distinction here. All right, so the runner-up, number 2, is none other than Jackknife, also known as, I think, Mr. Dummy Account. I think that's the other name that they use on Discord. So I will now play that for all of you. How was it? What'd you think? Yeah, so congratulations to Jackknife. Yeah, really great sound here. It kind of reminded me of this is something interesting that came up during the judging, was that it sounds to me kind of like the intro vibe of like RPG characters going into like a jazz bar, like they're just walking in for the first time, and that it felt like this was the beginning or the intro of a larger song, like it was going to be something bigger. It felt like it was going, like it could become more. That's what it felt like, and I think that was what solidified it as a potential winner, in my mind personally, because when something gives you that feeling of like wanting more and you want to see what's coming next, yeah, that's definitely a very like rare and good quality to have. So yeah, congratulations to Jackknife. Zelling says, dare I say it, it's what the PS4 could have had as a startup from the context of the PS3s. That's honestly a really good point. Yeah. There's an artist called Jackknife. Oh, hey, Jackknife, you're here. What's up? Welcome and congratulations. Yeah. Kang, what's up? Welcome. There's also a sim racer called Jackknife that I used to hang out with. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, so our 2 of our 3 winners so far are Shiver Thermal and Jackknife. Now, amazing to find out about this. Thank you so much, and it was good to hear the rest. Yeah, thank you for participating. You really did a great job. And no thank you to literally all of you for making this so difficult. I was ripping my hair out. Because here's the thing. Okay, before we get to the winner, I just got to preface this, like the grand winner. I have to preface this by saying I don't think that these decisions that we came to are like, I mean, you guys have heard each other's submissions. You know, like they were all really fantastic. Like just so good. And oh yeah, have a good one, Nick. Thanks for joining. Thanks for judging. Yeah, so it's one of the more difficult things for me personally about judging is I really loathe to like disappoint people, and I also don't want anyone to feel like what they made just like isn't up to the standard, because so many of them could have been the winner, and we chose the winners based on overlap in our opinions. So yeah, it's just And like there, I have to tell you, like if I'm being totally real, I'm nervous to tell you who the winner is because I'm just afraid of I just have this fear of people like being sad that they didn't win. But I mean somebody has to win, and just because it's not your name that you hear doesn't mean that like yours was not amazing. Seriously, this is the last time I'm going to say it. I really think that they're all fantastic. They were really beautiful. And I've listened to them over and over again, obsessively, not just from the position of being a judge, but as a fan. And so without further ado, I will now announce the grand prize winner. And yeah, so here it comes. This is the grand prize winner. And it is Soundchip Radio. And now I will play the thing. Yeah, so I mean, very simple, right? But gets the job done. It's like something about this. In fact, I'm just going to play it one more time so that I can gather my thoughts. So I think that there's definitely a bit of a sort of like personal bias. That's the only real term. There's a personal bias for me in this one, in that when I heard it, it triggered like a physiological response. Like when I listened to it, I was like, whoa. So it might have hit some kind of nostalgia thing for me. I mean, it definitely did. Yeah, I thought that there was just something special about it that I couldn't put my finger on, but I didn't want that to be the deciding factor. Like, my personal vibes and like what I think is, what hits my nostalgia does not necessarily equate to a winner. So when the judges came together and we talked about who we thought was the winner, we each had our own short lists of like 5 or 6 that we thought could be winners. And every time we narrowed down our lists, Soundchip Radio still ended up in all of our lists. So that was how that entry ended up winning. So congratulations to Soundchip Radio. I don't think that they are here for this stream right now, but I will be reaching out to them directly. By the way, if you're one of the winners, DM me so that I remember to give you your super secret download code. Also, thank you to everybody who participated. Like, what an awesome turnout. I mean, this stuff is going to be like, it's going to be in my rotation genuinely for a long time. It just, so many of these are just like hitting all the right vibes for me. Yeah, so really great work to everyone. I don't really know what else to say. Once again, if you submitted one and you would like feedback on your submission, you just want to hear what my thoughts are, please feel free to DM me or any of the judges, and we'll be happy to tell you what our thoughts were on it. If you would like to know how we came to a decision about your entry, be happy to share that too. And again, we can share that information publicly if you want to do it publicly, or we can do it privately one-on-one. Yeah, so that is about everything. Is there anything I didn't cover? Oh, see you, Drew. Have fun. Thanks for playing. Even losing, no. Nobody, there are no losers. I just want to clarify. There was no like last place. There was only first place, second place, and then all of the other great submissions. Like there's really no losing because it's not like there's nothing, you haven't lost anything, you know. You've gained some experience, you've gained motivation, and it's great to win, but personally from my own perspective in my own career and the things that I've done, like it has often not been the victories that have been what moved me forward, anyway, but yeah, I'm not gonna get preachy. It's just not the vibe today. Next contest will be even better. Yeah, Coops. Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. That's it for this one. So the Ultima DSP download codes will be delivered. If you're a winner, please send me a message, send me a DM. If you don't send me a DM, I'll track you down, but it'll just be a little easier for me if you DM me. So yeah, that's about everything, my dear friends. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Keep an eye out for Guy Engine version 2 coming up, probably releasing within the next week or two. And then I will hopefully soon. I already have my idea for the next contest, but I don't want to spoil it yet because I'm not totally 100% on it. So sorry, let's chat say. See you in the server, dude. Don't be sorry to be negative. No, it's all right. I mean, I totally get it. Like when it feels like I'm not putting quotation marks to be like dismissive. I just mean like, I know that it feels like a loss when you don't win. I totally relate to that feeling. Totally understand. I'm just trying to offer you like a, just something to like, to think about when you're feeling, like you lost. It's not a loss. Not in this case anyway. So yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks to everybody who came. Thanks to everyone who played. I'll see you around the server and we can chat about more stuff there. Thank you to my patrons, the list of whom I do not have handy at the moment. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you everyone. It's been a great time. And I'll see you all in the server immediately now. Right now. That's where I'm going. Literally as soon as the stream ends, I'll be in the server. Go ahead, doubt me. That's where I'm going to be. I promise. What is Santa font guy? What have I overlooked in chat?